Alright guys, time for another Captain's Mode game. Let's try and get the Captain's button. I bet you this guy right here is going to spam the Captain's button. He's going to be Captain, I bet you. Almost ready. Let's turn down the volume here. Ready? Come on! Yes, we got it. Oh, he didn't get the Captain's button. Alright. Alright, now for the first two drafts in the Captain's Mode game, obviously you had the least important part of the drafting phase. Right? Just ban heroes that you find annoying, that personally piss you off, or your team. For me, it's always 2 heroes without fail, Storm Spirit and Queen of Pain. Now in this meta, obviously, you're likely to see the first 2 bans be generally problematic strong heroes, Undying, Leshrac, Bloodseeker, Gyrocopter, etc. But for me, Queen and Storm. These heroes are just such a pain to deal with. I do not trust pubs to be able to deal with them. I don't even trust myself to be able to deal with them. I just ban them first every time. Now guys, of course, one of the biggest points of drafting well is don't listen to your team. Now the first 2 picks, I mean, you can ask them what they want. If you're not really sure, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, the first 2 picks are so flexible, it doesn't really matter. We might go ahead and pick Undying just because he's so flexible. And the second pick, one of the first 2 picks, or the first pick that you should draft, are of course a flexible hero that can fit into any team. For example, Undying, like I said, and ideally some other support. So Lion, Crystal Maiden are all great. Against Warlock, are there any other supports that might be a bit better? Let's see. Maybe Earthshaker. 420 Snipe. No, we don't want to pick Sniper first. Okay, there we go. So someone already volunteered for a CM. As I already told you, I wanted a flexible support like Crystal Maiden that could fit into any lineup. Crystal Maiden, even if she fails or dies the whole game, she's still useful because of her mana regeneration aura. And I know I said not to listen to your teammates in pub solo queue captain's mode, but when it doesn't really matter, you can ask them for ideas. And this guy said he can play CM, so that's good. So anyway, just to reiterate, guys, the first 2 picks, flexible heroes that can fit into any role, and they can't really be countered that hardly. Undying has maybe a few counters, but Meepo, okay. Now, let's try and ban heroes that we think they might go with Warlock and Meepo. Obviously, they got some sort of team fight lineup. Winter Wyvern is quite likely against us. He might be an issue with his ultimate, so I might ban him. They banned Viper, so they might... no, they want to put Meepo mid. That's probably why they put Viper. But I'm just thinking about the bans, because I'm thinking whether it's better to ban Winter Wyvern to stop their team fight, or it's better to ban... Or it's better to ban carries that might do better against a hero like Undying. Like Gyrocopter is a pretty good Undying counter. ES is not an Undying counter. Do not listen to him. This is why I said don't listen to pubs unless you're out of ideas. We could go Tusk, but I can't think of where to put Tusk. He can't go mid. He would get wrecked by Oh no, he wouldn't. He would do okay actually. Yeah, they banned Leshrac just because of general strong pick in this current meta. Right now, it's just after the TI5, so they banned the Leshrac. Now, We could ban the Spiritbreaker because we don't want to have to deal with that. I'm just trying to think of which heroes to ban. They could go Bloodseeker just to help with the they could Bloodseeker, or I think Bloodseeker's team fight potential would be a problem. I don't really care as much about the Winter Wyvern. I don't really care as much about him. Shakira's okay. I'd rather not pick him this early. But he's a decent hero, but I don't want to pick him this early because if I pick him now, that means I won't be able to pick another support later on that might be more useful against that team. We could pick Axe and dual lane it with Undying as support. We could, of course, Dazzle, but I'd rather pick Dazzle later. Like I said, you don't want to pick too many supports. Your team will be too squishy. We could you might think it's not a good idea picking Axe against Warlock. Warlock with huge counter initiator to Axe. But Axe is going to do really well against a team with these two heroes with the team fight. Bounty Hunter would also do okay, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Undying Axe is a really good offlane combo, so I'm not sure why they don't want him. We could go Spiritbreaker. Death Prophet would also be okay. I'm not going to pick Ember Spirit. I might pick, actually no, he'd get wrecked. Might just pick Spiritbreaker to be honest, just because. Spiritbreaker, I could put safe lane Spiritbreaker. That's fine. Yeah, my team doesn't like that. We just have to ignore them. Ogre. They picked Ogre just to sort of counter Undying in the lane. And I'm just thinking, what other heroes can we put there? We can put Earthshaker, but he wouldn't really fit into any. I might have to pick Dazzle now. Dazzle is a really good combo with Spiritbreaker. I wasn't really sure what to pick. Their team is a bit hard to predict. I'm not really sure 100% what to do, but Dazzle sort of combos with Spiritbreaker quite well, especially when he gets a medallion. Now, of course, ignore this shit talk, guys. Seriously, just ignore it. It's going to put you down. It's going to make you make the wrong choices. They picked Death Prophet, which was a fair pick. I thought Meepo was going to mid, and the ban they might go Tusk. I don't want to have to deal with Tusk. He's okay actually. We can ban anyone. I probably should have picked banned Bounty Hunter. He probably would have been the more dangerous pick. Now we saved our mid pick till last. That's the only reason I'm asking the team which mid hero they want. We saved the mid pick till last because I thought Meepo was going to be mid. Yeah, he wants Sniper for mid, which is absolutely ridiculous. He would get destroyed, especially by the roaming Ogre. See, we banned Tusk. They're probably a bit confused now. They're not really sure who to go. We might even put Dazzle dual mid. They banned Sven probably to counter it because they thought we'd pick him against Meepo. We could go Sniper. Let's go Sniper, okay? Sniper mid. Just got to tell the team, don't talk. Try to keep talking to a minimal, because if you speak only a few lines in the game, then your team is more likely to listen to those lines. If you speak all the time, they're more likely to ignore you. And Undying and Dazzle is such a strong combo. I mean, Undying combos with anyone, of course. We're going to go the Dazzle this game. No, Undying. We can pick last. Actually, I can play every single one of these heroes. Let's just see what kind of picks they have last. They're going for sort of a team fight combo with these two heroes and a bit Meepo, but they're also sort of going stunner, so they might pick Bounty Hunter, especially now that we picked Sniper. I really should have banned Bounty Hunter. It was a bit of a clutch ban, a last minute ban to ban Tusk. But they didn't go Bounty Hunter. They're probably really unsure of what to do. The Sniper pick probably threw them off. Okay, then Dragonite. I'm really not sure what they're doing with this. Oh, and by the way, guys, you'll see the timer start to go now. Do not pick immediately ever. Even if the rest of your team picks, wait. You do have time to wait until it gets to 0 before the game starts. You know, if you have to tell your team which lanes to go, what strategies, etc. Yeah, even the other team is so confused right now. They must have a bit of fighting between themselves. Alright guys, here. So now we're just going to see how the draft worked out in the game. Basically, it was dual lanes like I wanted. Thankfully, the team listened to me. Spiritbreaker on our team did give away one death very stupidly before the creeps even spawned. But besides that, it was pretty quiet lanes. Sniper was against Meepo mid. Krobelus and Dragon Knight were top. Most of the lanes were pretty much tied. Like, they were exchanging harass and back hits back and forth, whatever. But there was a point, I was worried, when I drafted Sniper, I was worried that he would get ganked a lot, and I was right. Right, Ogre, even at the 2-minute mark, Ogre Magi was already coming to mid to try and gank Sniper. Sniper is pretty much easy food, which is why I was so hesitant about picking him. However, I, as the Dazzle, was ready with a teleport immediately. I saved Sniper, and we got a kill on the Ogre. And that's pretty much how it was the whole game. Now I just want to show you guys, I'm not going to show you the whole game, but I just want to show you an example of pretty much how the whole game went. What happened the whole game, they had big teamfight heroes like Death Prophet and Warlock, and we did as well, of course, but we also had Dazzle and Undying. So there was a lot of back and forth team fights, and what happened pretty much the entire game was both sides were initiating big team fights, and we escaped on the skin of our teeth, mainly thanks to Dazzle's Shallow Grave and the heals. And then we ended up winning the fight. I'm just going to show you guys an example of how this played out. Because this is one team fight, and all the other team fights in the game pretty much emulated this one team fight almost perfectly. As you can see, Sniper's already getting aimed a lot. But Dazzle kept up the heals. And we're just going to see how this fight plays out. It's a really nice example of how the rest of the game played out with the team fights. As you can see, the enemy team was very aggressive with that tower pushing, of course with the Dragon Knight and the Krobelus, big tower pushes. So this is pretty much how it went. Both teams threw out all their big team fight ultimates. Spiritbreaker nearly died several times, Dragon Knight nearly died, but it was sort of all this back and forth constantly, right? Look, no one died on either side, not a single hero died. The Infernal went down. Undying lost his tombstone. Spiritbreaker's nearly dead. But watch, it's gonna keep going. See, look, she's nearly dead. These two are nearly dead. Undying is nearly dead. Both teams had heroes who nearly died left and right, but they didn't die. But keep watching, keep watching. See, Ogre nearly died, Spiritbreaker nearly died, but he's still alive, and he gets a heal. Meepo, finally, is the first to die. And keep watching. Another death. Dragon Knight, and now these two are going to die as well. Yep, another death. And another death, and now this guy's going to die as well. Yep, so that's 5 deaths. Not a single hero on our team died. And I'll tell you the reason for that. It's because, one, we just had the better overall team fight, right? Once the Infernal went down by the Warlock, they couldn't really do that much. And once the Exorcism was down, they couldn't do that much either. We had the better team fight overall, with the Crystal Maiden, the Undying, and I guess the Spiritbreaker charging in. But even more importantly, the Dazzle was so vital this game. And that's pretty much how the rest of the game went, right? Because of our draft, we were able to stay alive. Dazzle's Shallow Grave was so vital this game, and that's pretty much how the rest of the game went. It was just constant team fights, back and forth. We survived on the skin of our teeth almost every time, while the enemy team all died. And there you have it. So, that's how this draft turned out, and it turned out really well. Thank you.